This is a potentially very concerning one, but I have to make it known right up front that this is not verified. This is not coming from Sony themselves, but it's coming from individuals who are apparently getting, I guess, what we would assume to be somewhat of an influx of PS5s that are having some issues. So this is reading from PlayStation Universe, where it says a report on Wololo.net has revealed that using the PS5 from a vertical position is going to do some serious damage over time due to a major design flaw on Sony's part. While Sony officials and numerous tech websites have said that it doesn't matter which way the PS5 is used, a number of hardware experts and console retail shops 2 years after launch have found that using it vertically can damage the system permanently. The problem lies with the fact that the liquid metal used to cool the APU is prone to spilling and becoming uneven, which impacts the cooling. The owner of I Love My Console, a retail shop in France, has been trying to raise this issue to a wider audience for months now, claiming that this problem is not an isolated issue. He claims that there's a high risk of PS5s that are being used vertically for a lengthy period of time, and it isn't just limited to one model. With both the standard and the digital-only editions impacted, the problem lies with the PS5's seal between the APU and its cooler. It can sometimes move or become damaged. However, if the PS5 is positioned horizontally, the liquid metal will remain flat and the majority of its thermal properties will be used to help cool the console. If something bad happens to the seal when stood vertically, there's a very high risk that the liquid metal will progressively fall down, impacting the cooling ability and even reaching components it otherwise shouldn't. So this is something that's been making the rounds for the past 24 hours or so, and once again I have to reiterate that this is not a warning that's being issued by Sony officially or anything like that, and these very well could be isolated incidents, but we have, what are being deemed hardware experts and retail shops coming out and saying that this is something they're seeing somewhat frequently, and the common thread between all of them is the PS5 is apparently being, placed vertically. Now, I don't think this is something that people should freak out over, and if you are standing your console up vertically, you should panic and assume that if you keep it that way, this is going to happen to it. Again, we have no way of knowing if this is going to become a more serious issue. The assumption is when you buy new hardware like a PS5, you don't expect failure until, 9, 10 years later or something like that, but you never know. And as we go further into the, second, third, fourth year of the PS5's life cycle, we could begin to see this happening more and more, which would be extremely unfortunate and certainly bad for Sony and anybody who owns a PS5. But I would say right now, we should just kind of look at this and be a little bit cautious and pay attention to what happens in the coming months and the coming years. Me personally, I keep my PS5 horizontal. That's just the way I've been using it since launch. I've put it up vertically, I think, a couple of times, but I just like it horizontally. I like the way it looks, and I just always kind of felt like, I don't know, that's how it should be, I guess. But, if you want to play it completely safe, maybe that's what you should do at this point. If you don't want to take any chances whatsoever, just place your console horizontally. But, yeah, I figured I would update you guys on this, and we'll see. We'll see if anything else comes of this, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a few isolated incidents. That's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.